Hi guys, so it is FabFitFun time. Guys, this is not going to look like anything you've ever seen from me before when opening a box like this or of any kind. I genuinely have no idea what's in it. I don't. It arrived. Yeah, so the long and the short of that is I spent so much time sitting at the hospice house with my grandmother that I knew it was coming. I had it in my calendar. They always send me notifications and everything. And right towards the end of her life, I was very focused and stuff. And I'm sure I got the notifications and I just didn't pay any attention to them. And I remember one night I was sitting there with her, and for whatever reason it dawned on me. I was like, oh, that should be coming up soon. I should probably check and see when that is. And I logged in only to find out that the window for annual members, it was like a 3 or 4 day window, had just passed, like the day before. 1 or 2 days before. The 2nd was the last day, and it was the 3rd or the 4th that I checked it and went, oh. It wouldn't have been the 3rd, it would have been the 4th, because the 3rd was our youngest daughter's birthday, and I spent that day with her, so I was not at the hospice house. So anyhow, long story short, I went, well, it says it's already shipping, so I guess we're going to find out what we get. So I didn't even look at what the selections would have been. I had the ability to, but I thought for 2 reasons. For one, I didn't want to be bummed by what I got because I would have picked something different. And 2, that way it's a genuine surprise. Kind of fun that way. And I thought, you know what, this time of year with everything that's been going on, maybe I need some surprises in my life. Because, yeah, not only dealing with her passing, but then my birthday here is coming up in the next 2 weeks. And, we've got holidays. There are 4 kids in our house with birthdays this month. We got Christmas coming. So in a sense, guys, maybe this was a gift to myself by not having a clue what's in it. So with that said, let me crack this thing open and we're going to start looking at it together. All right, I got the tape broken. Let's get into this and see really quick, because I always show you guys the inside because I always print them fun. This is kind of like a little snowfall scene on the inside of it. So, opening up, making sure I don't knock down all the stuff that I have got sitting around that you guys can't see. You know what though? I'm going to set something on top of this flip here to hold it down. So, the standard little magazine catalog that shows details about what's in here. Their fun polka dotted craft paper that's always in here. All right. So, getting into this, first thing first, it looks like a beanie. It's a lemon, cozy and warm. I've never heard of the lemon brand. I'll let you guys know. Okay. Sometimes these fuzzy materials, I don't know if this is going to show up on camera or not. Sometimes these are very catchy, and I have naturally very dry skin, especially on my fingertips, and it snags really easily on materials like that look like this, kind of the Sherpa looking stuff. But this is actually very soft, so that is a bonus. Now, as a crocheter, I can tell you, like, this does not look very big. Probably has a decent amount of give to it. Though I gotta say, I don't know if it's got enough give. Let's find out. Well, I don't know. Other than the hair in my eye, what do you guys think? I think it's probably better suited for one of my teenagers. Probably be really cute on them. So, okay, so we got that. Move the trash out of this way here. Chic and Tonic Snowflake Mug. It says, we're here to lift your spirits, to inspire you to celebrate good days, bad days, birthdays, wedding days, and everything in between. Chic and Tonic. Okay, guys, so little confession here. I have developed a little bit of a mug collection over the more recent years, and I don't collect just anything. They have to kind of speak to me. And I gotta say, guys, this is absolutely beautiful. I like this. So when I told you that this is kind of a birthday gift to myself then, because I didn't have a clue, I would have bought this for myself. I'm not going to get this back in here or anything. So again, I'm going to set the trash to the side and just set this right here so I can take it upstairs and run it through the dishwasher because it is dishwasher safe. That is huge. Okay, this is kind of an inside joke in my life. It's the Emaya Butter Keeper. For those who may not be familiar with something like this, if you keep your stick butter on the counter, so that way... Sorry, I'm also laughing at this. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously. Okay, this is showing the 2 different stick sizes and styles. And I think it's hilarious it says Eastern butter versus Western butter. Most stick butter in the US is actually the very long, thin butters. However, we can buy like Kerrygold and things like that. That's the wider. And I spent years hunting for the perfect butter dish that could live on my counter that would hold the Kerrygold sticks. And we own several butter dishes. Butter? We own several butter dishes as a result of this. And then we moved back out here almost 6 years ago. And it actually became harder to get Kerrygold. We can buy it at Sam's Club, but it's not always in stock, and it is way more expensive. And then my family just wasn't using it as much, so it didn't feel like I should be doing that. So now they're collector's pieces. They decorate parts of my kitchen when I have everything unpacked. But part of the reason I had so many was because most of the dishes here in the US are actually long and skinny. They are not made wide enough. So I was constantly cutting off like the edge of this wide brick of butter. And then I'd set the edge like on top, try to smush it. So when I put the lid on, it didn't like collect to the lid. It was a thing. So guys, I'm serious. I'm laughing at this because I hunted for a very long time for this. And now I own it. That's actually really funny. All right, moving on, and purely because I see it, and again, guys, this box actually has me in laughter tonight, which is good because I needed it today. A rolling pin. Now, you're probably wondering why this is actually so funny, and it is because I own 2 or 3 of these, but with each time that we thought we were moving, I've packed them up because we don't use them crazy often, but we do use them. And you can buy fairly inexpensive ones. I think I've got one really nice one, and the rest are pretty inexpensive ones. This is actually really, it's got some heft to it without being too heavy. Seems to be really nice. This one is, what's the brand? So it's a Short Stories brand rolling pin. I don't have a clue what the washing instructions are on this thing. I'll figure that part out. But anyhow, guys, my daughters and I just had a conversation the other day because one of them was actually trying to find the rolling pin and then used my jar of cashews that I had sitting on the counter instead, and admitted to me later, and that's why everything looked a little more crumbly than it did before. So now I have another rolling pin so they can use it while we still have not located my other rolling pins. So there's that. So again, in the end, this box is like all blessings in disguise. So there's that. This is again, Short Stories battery operated food scale. Okay. Curious to know what this one looks like. Just not that a food scale is going to be foreign or anything, but you know, it's not something that, well, it's not something that we have currently for food. I've actually got a really decent food scale, but I use it for my essential oil stuff to make salves and balms and things like that. So I'm curious to see what this one looks like. Well, it's actually really pretty. So it's kind of a goldish tone. Weight, and it has milk and water. I'm not sure what purpose that has, but there it is. So it's pretty. Okay, last but not least, it says social studies set of 3 nesting bowls. Okay, let's see what they look like, because this could go either way. I've seen some that I was like, what would be the purpose of that? And I've seen some that were absolutely gorgeous, that even if I didn't have a purpose, I'd find a purpose. So let's see here. Okay, so they're kind of a purple red hue. I think on camera, at least on my angle, it's looking a little more red. It's really more of a purplish pink hue here in person. So there's the smallest 2 sizes. And then the largest. I could see these working for either snacking or, you guys are gonna love this, craft supplies. I could actually set this up and put some very cute, pretty little craft supplies in them that I need to keep separated, because I've actually been sitting here, not during this video, but recently contemplating a diamond art that I've had sitting here that's a Christmas themed one, that my goal was to actually get done in time for Christmas so that I could decorate with it. Something I would have worked on over the summer a little bit, and then things got crazy and we've had all these placements in and out, and then with my grandma. So time just became a thing. And actually, like, guys, it's still in the packaging. I haven't even opened the wrapper to look at the diamonds or anything, but it is a Christmas gnome next to a stack of gift boxes. So that's what it is. And someday I'll get to it. Right now I've got to get my house cleaned up and everything else planned for holidays. My grandmother's funeral is actually going to be the day after Thanksgiving, which is a whole other thing in and of itself. So, still a lot of stuff to work on with that. We're contemplating, she always loved feeding grandkids microwave s'mores. Whenever we go over to her house, she would feed them to the kids every time. That, or like the golden style Oreo cookies. And by that I mean not Oreos, but the knockoff grocery store brands, but the golden style ones, or sandwich cookies, whatever you want to call them. Anyhow, but the microwave s'mores, that is where you literally take one large rectangle graham cracker, you break it in half, kind of like you would for making s'mores. You stick the marshmallow on one side, the 2 pieces or the whatever chocolate. Usually we would use anywhere from 2 to 4 of the little rectangles of a Hershey's bar on the other side. Put it all on a plate and throw it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. What you want to do is you want to watch for that marshmallow. You want to get one of the jumbo marshmallows, and you want to watch it expand, and it's going to inflate, and it'll start to tip over. So you got to anticipate which way it's going to fall if it does that. And then as soon as it's done, you pull it out and you slap the 2 together, squishing the slightly warmed chocolate into the hot marshmallow so it finishes melting, and it's gooey. It is not the caramelized, fire roasted marshmallows. Yes, the graham cracker can get a little soft if you're not careful, and depending how old they are. But it's still got all of the s'mores ingredients, and the kids loved it. So the reason I'm telling that is because I'm contemplating putting together little baggies for any of the kids that are in attendance of kind of a DIY s'mores kit, so they can take it home and make another s'mores from her. So that's just a thought I've been having. And if I'm going to do it, at least I do have the time to gather all of the supplies and make that happen. But that is that. And yeah, it means we're going to be very curious to see who's able to make it for the funeral, given that it's over holiday and all of that, and who's not able to as a result. But it's the date that a couple of people in charge chose, and The rest of us are just going to work with it. So anyhow, guys, that is my FabFitFun box and a tiny rant there at the end. Sharing about something completely unrelated, but you guys got to see me open my birthday presents. So there is that. Anyhow, I do hope that you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.